Shalom. I'm Rabbi Eli Garfinkel of Temple Bethel in Somerset, New Jersey, and I welcome you to RabbiPod. This week's Torah portion is Mattot, and the first 17 verses deal with the laws of vows. Jews no longer take vows to God or in God's name because we, like all humans, are imperfect, and we would desecrate God's name if we were to fail to live up to our vow. We make promises to each other, we make promises to God, and these promises are binding, but they do not have the legal force of a vow. The Bible itself says in Ecclesiastes, "It is better not to make vows than to make vows and not fulfill them." Moreover, the sage Shmuel in the Talmud went so far as to say that even one who fulfills his vow is called wicked. Why would Shmuel take such a harsh position on vows? After all, if one does fulfill one's vow, God's name is not desecrated, so why would Shmuel call such a person wicked? I think that the reasoning behind Shmuel's opinion is that taking vows is a very dangerous, foolhardy thing to do. It is the spiritual equivalent of betting your children's college education fund on a game of blackjack. Even if you win, you are still guilty of having done a stupid thing that could have seriously harmed your child's future. By the same token, you have taught yourself that such dangerous behavior is profitable, and therefore you are likely to do it again, and you might not be so lucky the next time. The same principle applies to making vows to God. Just because you manage to fulfill your vow doesn't mean that you have done a good thing. Now, all of this is not to say that Jews don't take promises seriously. One who breaks promises to God, and especially to one's neighbor, is also a wicked person. But we don't want to compound the sin of breaking a promise to God with the added sin of a desecration of God's name. A Jew does not mention God lightly. That word should not flow easily from our lips. When we say God, it shouldn't be like mentioning some guy we know at the office. We do not view God as our buddy or our casual friend. God is our judge and creator, and reference to the Eternal One should only be made in the most serious of circumstances. And that's the end of this episode of RabbiPod. I'm Rabbi Eli Garfinkel of Temple Bethel in Somerset, New Jersey, and I wish you a day of Talmud Torah Lishma, the study of Torah for its own sake. If you have enjoyed this podcast, please consider making a donation at rabbipod.org. Thank you.